Hi everyone, this is Sai from Online Choices YouTube channel, just regarding the Powerstrips from FGX. My main concern when I joined FGX was, do the Powerstrips work and what are the health benefits, and do they actually take the pain away? I was more interested in that than the business opportunity side. So before I even joined, I got free samples. I was asking the doctor who was part of FGX some questions, as well as some chiropractors and that sort of thing. I found this webinar, which was in February, from Dr. Gilson and Dr. Becky, just talking about some of the medical aspects of it. Very helpful. So for those who really do have pain issues, back pain, sciatica, frozen shoulder, post or pre-operative lumbago, whatever the pain may be or why it's being caused, the Powerstrips do work. They do take away the pain. So I'm just going to play this, and you can watch this, listen to it, and see if it's helpful. Okay.
Sure, we're recording. This is Dr. Joe Gilson. We got our health professionals call today, Monday, February 17th. I'm a chiropractor in New Jersey. Been working with Powerstrips now for, it's been 4 or 5 months now, with incredible results. So happy with the product. And I think everybody kind of knows that the healthcare landscape is I want to call it rocky right now. I mean, we're seeing daily changes, forget about monthly changes, insurance companies, federal healthcare changes, state differences. I mean, every state is different. I mean, my secretary is going nuts talking she'll talk to 3, 4, 5 different people on the phone in terms of billing somebody. You can't get the right person. You know, a lot of times she can talk to 3 different people, get 3 different answers. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, the bottom line is that doctors and any kind of a healthcare provider needs a second income stream. I mean, it's getting crazy out there. And we have some really awesome information for you today. Got some excellent speakers. I'm going to introduce our first speaker here, Dr. Becky Mays. She is a board-certified gastroenterologist. She's certified by the American Board of Internal Medicine. She's been 13 years. She had a thriving practice in Tucson, Arizona. She's nationally recognized. She does international speaking. She's an author. She's great to have on our calls. She's been in the network marketing industry for over 14 years. 8 years ago, she was able to fully retire from her medical practice. And she's going to talk a little bit about compliance, or what we need to talk about when we're talking about Powerstrips, because the product we have is incredible. If it's the first time you're on the call, you're going to learn a little bit about Powerstrips, what everybody's so excited about, and Dr. Becky's going to start us off.
Well, thank you, Joe. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, it's always an honor to be here. Welcome, everybody. I know there's a lot of people on the line from all around the world, and welcome to everyone, because we've got something so special here with FG Express and Powerstrips. I mean, just before I get into the compliance issues that we all have to take heed of because we want to protect our opportunity, just know that, you know, being in this company with FG Express since October, I have never seen anything quite like it in terms of what we're accomplishing on a natural level to help people address their pain. And this is a $700 billion industry that's been driven by the pharmaceutical industry for so long. It's all about the drug. It's all about the narcotic. It's all about the anti-inflammatory. And it's really, really sad that we have witnessed such a decline in people's general health overall, but just how we treat them with drugs that bring along some very, very significant side effects. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that after I go through our compliance issues, because this is very important to understand that we have to protect our opportunity, because right now FG Express is in over 156 countries. We're growing very rapidly. We are the darling of the industry. People are looking at us. And you know what? When you are sitting on top of the heap, when you're on top of the mountain, a lot of people want to see you fall down the mountain. They don't like that success. And there's a lot of competition in our industry. So there's a lot of companies that are looking at us. And there's a lot of CEOs that are looking at us. And there's a lot of people that say, if they just step out of line and they don't follow compliance, and they do something wrong, we'll be the first to report them because they don't want to see the success that we are creating, this global movement that we're creating that is so fantastic because we are addressing such a major global issue in terms of people's pain. So I'm going to go through the top 10 important things that you need to know about Powerstrips, and don't kill the messenger. I am taking this from what the FDA handed down to our legal team. And this is posted in your back office, and if you need another copy of this, you can actually send an email to corporate. They'll send out this list to you that identifies the top 10 important things that you need to know about Powerstrips in order to stay compliant. And at the end of this, I'm going to talk a little bit more about just the healthcare profession in general and why healthcare professionals are really resonating with this company and the Powerstrips, and then we'll hand it back over to Joe. So number one on our list is, and everyone asks this, what claims can I make about Powerstrips? Well, what you can say is that Powerstrips do provide temporary relief of pain, okay, minor pain. But let me tell you something. When you sample these strips and people start to see results and then they just share one-on-one what's happening, that's creating that really, that underlying, you know, flying under the radar global movement in terms of people just telling people one-on-one that, you know, here's what I've had happen to me. This is what's been going on. But when you're standing up in front of a group and you're online or you're doing internet marketing, Powerstrips provide temporary relief of pain, and Powerstrips improve the look and feel of skin. This is really phenomenal, too. If you have people out there dealing with various skin disorders, have them take a before picture, have them use the Powerstrip over the area that's affected on their skin, then have them do some after pictures so we can monitor their progress with what these Powerstrips are doing to improve the look and feel of skin. Number two, this is very, very important. Can I talk about Powerstrips and diseases? No, we can never refer to specific disease states. You can talk about different body parts that have been affected by discomfort and pain. For example, if you're in pain and you want to place the Powerstrip on your thigh, your knee, your back, or neck for temporary pain relief, yes, you can say that. And I know, Dr. Joe, why don't you talk a little bit more about this, because we talked before the call and you wanted to make mention again about the importance of number two.
I did, and you know what? It's one of those, I have a slide here because I'm just going to scroll down and find it. Patients come into the office. If you're new to the call and you're saying, like, what are these Powerstrips? What are they doing? People will come in, they'll put one on, and they'll come back 2 days later and go, oh my gosh, what is in that thing? Can I get more of those? And that's like a common theme I have in the office. But people walk in with all different problems. You know, you think of arthritis, you think of herniated discs, degenerative disc disease, bursitis, knee pain, you know. People need all kinds of, they have all kinds of problems, and the common denominator is pain. And this is a perfect fit for a chiropractor, a pain guy, pain management, orthopedic. You go down the list with people that walk in your door in pain. I mean, this is like so perfect. It just ties right into my care plan. I'm able to have people come back, get another Powerstrip, and they've got that mobile technology with them for up to 48 hours. So when we're talking about the FDA, it's not a bad thing. We are FDA listed for pain. It's a good thing. People can come and say, hey, I know this works. And so it's a great thing. So that, I just wanted to kind of touch on that because people always say, what's it good for? Well, it's good for pain.
Exactly.
Everything, there's pain related in all of these problems that people walk in your door with.
Great. And then moving on to number three, how do I explain how Powerstrips work? Well, basically, we can say they increase heat in the tissues of the body. And when you increase heat, you can go online and look up what heat and energy does to the body. It causes vessel dilation. And if you just think about that terminology, vessel dilation, when you dilate your arterial circulation, what happens? You increase blood flow. You increase oxygenation because, you know, blood is carrying the oxygen. You increase any nutrients that are in your system already to be delivered more effectively. And we can say that we use far infrared technology to prove that the Powerstrips deliver heat and energy to the body. So stick with that mantra. If you need it again, sent to you via email, we'll send it to you. But sticking to this mantra and making sure that everyone's on the same page, again, protects everybody's opportunity. And our next important point is, how do I explain the relationship between the FDA and FGX? This is a big one because I hear a lot of people saying the wrong thing. We're not approved by the FDA. We're listed as a Class 1 medical device with the FDA. And again, this is the mantra we need to stick with, because not approved, that's a different type of issue. We are listed as a Class 1 medical device with the FDA. And what marketing materials can you use to promote the FG Express Powerstrips? Use the videos. They're on the FG Express media page. They're on YouTube. These are compliant. They've been approved by our legal team. There's a lot of materials in your back office, on the corporate website. But if you're creative and you're out there and you're advertising on social media, you're having meetings, you're putting flyers together, you're putting postcards together, just send your content to compliance@forevergreen.org. They're awesome. They will look at it. They will say, you know what, approve or not approve. In fact, I'm putting a brochure together for some new products that are coming out at launch, and I send it to legal, and of course they chop it apart because they know what to say, what not to say, and then I just revise it to basically meet the regulations of compliance. So don't be shooting things out there that are not compliant. Please send it to our department, have them look at it, have them approve it, and then you're good to go. And then in terms of, can I talk about ingredients and Powerstrips being absorbed into the body? Because the FDA is very, very strict that we cannot say transdermal, we do not want to allude to that fact. But what I like as a terminology is that Powerstrips are a topical device. That's a wonderful terminology, a topical device. You're placing it on the skin. That's all you have to say. In terms of it, can small children or infants use Powerstrips? No. Powerstrips are not indicated or be used by small children or infants, and we want to make that clear. Now, for young teenagers, children that are young but of adult weight, then the parents can decide, and obviously if the child has some issues health-wise, they want to consult with their pediatrician. In terms of, do Powerstrips have side effects? We don't have any clinical studies to demonstrate if they do or do not, but basically we want to make sure that people understand it's very safe, it's all natural. But in terms of like the last two issues, 9 and 10, in terms of interacting with medications or people with pre-existing conditions, just use common sense when you're out there. If you're running into people and they are extremely health challenged, they are on multiple medications, but they're interested in the Powerstrips for relief of pain or to increase the better appearance of their skin, you can always say to them, listen, go to your doc, let your doc know that you're taking control of your health with something all natural that you would like to see if it's going to help you with your pain or with the appearance of your skin. Have the doc monitor you. And here's the deal. When I was in practice, I had a lot of patients that would come into my office and they had some kind of new modality that they were going to try out. And I was one of those open doctors that really never said no. I would say, you know what, let's look at this. As long as I feel that it's not going to kill you, go ahead and try it and I will monitor you. Because my goal as a healthcare professional is to see my patients healthy without drugs. So if they brought me different modalities that I thought were worth trying, I would say go ahead and do it. But you know what, I want to see you in a week, I want to see you in a month. I want to do some type of test to see, what your vital signs are, what your labs are, what your x-rays are, to see if you're improving. And I think if the patient goes into the doctor with that type of mantra saying, I want to improve my health the natural way, would you monitor me? Any good healthcare professional should say, yes, of course. So that way we stay safe, we stay within the realm of compliance and how we're putting this out there, especially to people that have a lot of challenges. So hopefully that's a good overview. It's a quick overview, but again, these questions, these top 10 will be in the back office for all of you to look at. For all of you, when you're out there, stick with that same mantra so that we all stay compliant, protect our opportunity. You have to understand we are the darling of the industry right now. I've been in the industry now full-time for 8 years, 14 years total. My husband, 21 years full-time. We've never seen anything like this. The growth is staggering. The results are amazing. What we're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even launched. We launched in Las Vegas at the end of March. So all of you, you're at the right place at the right time, but let's protect everyone's opportunity. And I'm just going to segue into something that I think is important to touch upon, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Joe. I get a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls from people that are going to their healthcare professionals or to any healthcare professional saying, how do I introduce this to a healthcare professional? How do I get into their office to talk to them? What do I send them? What do I say? How do I capture their interest? So I just want to share with the audience what captured my interest as a healthcare professional, because I've been in the world of nutrition for many, many years, and I've seen great products, life-changing products. I've never seen anything like this, however, because I've never been involved with addressing an industry this large of pain management. Globally, 1.5 billion people have pain. It's a $700 billion industry driven by the pharmaceutical industry. So as soon as I heard there was something...
So hopefully that's been helpful. Contact me if you want the list. Thank you for watching.